Hi boys and girls, Mrs. Paddock again. It is Tuesday, April the 28th. It is a rainy sort of day, so hope you're staying dry today. I have another story. It's part of our plants stories, and it is called From Seed to Sunflower. From Seed to Sunflower. This is going to talk about the life cycle of the seed to the sunflower, okay? So I hope you enjoy it. What is a sunflower? A sunflower is a type of plant. Most plants have roots, stems, and leaves. Plants grow all over the world except in very cold or dry places. Most sunflowers have golden yellow petals. Plants need air, sunlight, and water to grow. Stems grow up toward the light. They have leaves and flowers. So here's a stem. These are leaves, and these are the flowers. Under here, under the ground, it's the roots, and of course the ground is soil. Roots hold the plant in the soil and they suck up the water. It's kind of like little straws, and the roots help to keep the plant healthy by making sure it has enough water. The story of a sunflower. Sunflowers are tall plants and they can grow bigger than a person. They grow from tiny seeds. Each seed is no bigger than your fingernail. Have you ever seen sunflower seeds? Yeah. And then it becomes like this. The sunflower has 3 stages in its life cycle. It starts off as a seed, that's 1. Then it becomes a shoot, that's 2. And then 3, it's the flower. The story of how a seed grows into a plant is called a life cycle. Inside a seed holds the beginnings of a new plant. It also contains food for the plant when it starts to grow. A sunflower seed has a hard shell. It may be black or black with cream stripes, right? So the food part is the inside part, and that's usually the part that we eat, right? Excuse me, we usually crack this part off and we kind of either spit it out or kind of put it in a bowl or something, right? To throw in the garbage later. But this is the food part, and that is the food for that is the seed in there. If you open a sunflower seed, you can see the store of food inside. An avocado seed is called a pit or a stone, and that's that part in the middle. So that's an avocado, and that's the pit or the stone inside. Avocados grow on trees. So here's an avocado growing on a tree. Most seeds are small, but some plants grow big seeds. An avocado seed is big, and it is as hard as a nut. It grows inside a soft green fruit. And of course, that's the part that we like to eat, isn't it? The first shoot. A sunflower seed is planted in wet soil. It begins to grow. This is called germination. Excuse me. The seed's hard shell opens. The tiny root grows from the seed down into the soil. These are the seeds. They're planted. A shoot pushes through the soil. The shoot then gets bigger. The outer shell of the seed, this part here, is going to fall off, and then 2 small leaves are going to open. And then it says, a few days later, a shoot begins to grow. The young plant is now called a seedling. So now it's called a seedling. And the seed needs water and warmth to germinate. So it needs those things in order to germinate, which means to grow, right? Sprouting and growing. Now that the seedling has leaves, it can begin to make its own food. The leaves use sunlight to make food from air and water. The green leaves turn to face the sun. They collect as much sunlight as possible. All plants need water to make their own food and to grow. The seedling's roots suck up water from the soil. The seedling grows taller. Its strong stem holds it up, and lots of new leaves appear. A sunflower grows fastest in the first few weeks. The flower opens. In the summer, green buds begin to grow. Each bud has a flower inside. First the green leaves open, and then the petals. So you can see it here. So first it's the green leaves, and then you could start to see it's getting a little bit yellow in there, and then finally the petals start to go. The male parts are called stamens, and the female parts are called carpels. So the stamens are right here, so that's the male parts, and then the female parts are the carpel. Yellow petals surround the flat center of the flower head. Butterflies and bees. Bees and butterflies and other insects visit the flowers. They see the bright petals and they smell their sweet nectar. Nectar is full of sugar and it is food for the butterflies. So you can see the butterfly landing on it, right? And look at the bee here. Stamens are covered in a yellow dust called pollen. So here's the yellow dust, it's called pollen. As insects sip the nectar, they are coated in pollen. So look here, the bee's body and legs look pretty furry. Pollen will stick to those hairs. So look how much pollen is on that bee, eh? That's a lot. Insects will carry pollen from one plant to the carpels of another plant. And that, of course, is called pollination. New seeds grow. New seeds grow. Tiny grains of pollen grow down into the carpels. They join with the eggs inside the flower head. This is called fertilization. Now they can grow into seeds. The rest of the flower is no longer needed, so the petals fall off. Each sunflower head holds hundreds of seeds. So you can see all the seeds growing on this sunflower. There's hundreds of them. At the end of the summer, the sunflower plant looks old and tired. Doesn't it look kind of like, tired? But it still has work to do. It is growing lots of healthy seeds. The seeds swell and they turn black. The seeds are collected and used to make food for people and for pets. And we, of course, eat seeds, right? They're good for us. Spreading the seeds. The seeds are ripe and full of food. Lots of animals like to eat them. Birds use their strong beaks to pick the tasty seeds off the flowers. Squirrels and mice find seeds that fall on the ground. They eat them or bury them. So here's birds will crack open the seeds with their beak. Crack! See how it's in it? I don't know if you can see. He actually has a seed in his beak here. Yeah. When spring comes, the seeds that are in good soil begin to germinate, to grow, right? They will grow into new plants and the whole life cycle will begin again. So remember, it's like a circle, it's a pattern, keeps growing, going again. Squirrels hide seeds in the ground. They may come back and eat them later. And there we have it, that's just the glossary and the index. So a little bit of information about a sunflower, right? And the life cycle of the sunflower from the seed to the flower, right? Hope you enjoyed that, my friends, and hope you learned a thing or two about seeds and plants, okay? Love you all, miss you, hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.